So I'm accidentally caffeinated. Little disclaimer. I drank some tea this morning that a friend sent me. It's something that she's used to help get off of coffee. So I assumed it was not caffeinated, but maybe just had a bold flavor or something. Anyway, this is more than you need to know. It didn't have a very bold flavor. I drank it anyway, went for a second cup, and then realized it says actually on the wrapper to beware extra caffeine. So, trying not to do too much, even though I feel energized and ready. I got up. I did yoga at 6 o'clock this morning. This was before the coffee or the caffeine, sorry. I haven't done yoga in the morning in a really long time, so that was great. And then I just had this gift of intimacy and closeness and peace with my husband today. Total self-care day and mutual care giving day. It's been amazing. And so it's sparked this whole thing where I want to talk about intimacy. Here we are, Valentine's week, intimacy, closeness, vulnerability, softness and slowness. And, the invitation that I have today, because everything that I experience that I feel is awesome, every book I read or movie or whatever, I want to share it with the world. Like, you have this experience too. It's so good. You want it. Try, trust me. But what I want to invite you to do is to be with your people with vulnerability and softness. And if you happen to be in partnership or have a lover, to give the opportunity of true, like giving up the self, giving up the ego, giving up the being anything other than present with your partner, and just gazing into his or her eyes and being held there by their gaze and breathing and letting emotion come. I feel like I think we all hold it together so much, even in our lovemaking, even in our partnerships. We have these closely held walls, boundaries, guards that keep the core of us held and safe. But I've had the beautiful gift of allowing myself to be totally vulnerable with my partner in the last couple of months. I've been exploring this more and more. And in letting go of all of those holdings, I have been met and received and loved and seen and held. And there's this quality of just being together that is otherworldly, right? Like boundless. It's holy. It's transcendental. Is that the right word? Transcendent. Whatever. I think you get what I'm saying. I've had a long journey with intimacy, and I'll probably talk a lot more about that in the days, weeks, whatever ahead. It was painful for a while. It was, whatever. It's been a lot of things. And having it be this peace vessel, this safe place for me in my life right now, it's making everything really okay in a time when obviously things are really hard. I just encourage you to try to drop agendas, create space, and be quiet together and love each other super deliberately and gently. You know, we've had this practice for the last couple of months of using oil to massage one another. After the shower, my son, my husband, and I, we have some oil on the stove and it's nice and warm, and we take turns just coating each other basically in it, but then just really massaging the oil into the skin to nourish the nervous system and nourish the body and hydrate the skin. And for each of us, it's this grounding and obviously relaxing, but beautifully holding connection time. We do this at night. We don't shower in the morning. It's just too busy to try to do that. So end of the day, you know, nice long shower and then this like oil fest. And we use this quilt on the bed. We lay down on the quilt that can be washed because the oil will ruin your sheets. So just be mindful of that. But sesame oil is good for this time of year. Coconut oil as things get lighter and warmer. Coconut oil is pretty light for this time of year. We use it because it's easy. But sesame, something thicker, is a little nicer for this time of year for your skin. But anyway, that's one way to kind of generate that presence and closeness with one another. And it's so simple. And I want that for everyone. I want people to feel grounded and held and loved. And God, if you can be seen and allowed to be perfectly exactly as you are, and that know somewhere deep inside that it's totally enough. There's no standard to rise to. There's no needing to be anything else. Oh, I want that for everyone in the world because I know it. And it's amazing to feel so okay. So fully okay. No. I think that's it today. There's so much more I want to crack into with intimacy and connection and communication and presence, and how important it is and how healing it can be right now in this world that we're currently living in. Okay. Love yourselves. Find the parts that you can love and embody them fully until everything else can fall away. Because I think we're all perfect. We all have our gifts to share. And if we can be really authentically in our own stuff, then our gifts get to be shared. And they may not look like the traditional kind of gift package that we might want or expect, but I think there's an element of sort of trusting in the universe that what is you is exactly so and right. And yeah, blessed to be on the other side, getting to witness it all. Be well.